Hey, my fellow hustlers, this is Pedro. We're back again with another episode of Hustlers Horizon podcast. And don't forget, you can find these episodes on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and Facebook. And today we have an awesome guest, Miss Lindsey Stiner. How are you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm so good. I thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
For sure, me and James were talking, and we're like, hey, let's reach out to her, have her on. I find it very interesting because you're the news anchor for News Channel 10. I'm sure a lot of people have seen you. You're on every most of the days during the
Uh-huh.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, I'm
Okay.
on the news desk. I anchor the 5, 6, and 10.
Awesome. What
Yeah.
what how is let's start off. How is that? How did you get into doing that?
Okay, well, I have a really interesting story. I actually started working in the news business
Okay.
when I was 18 in high school.
Oh wow.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I actually originally wanted to be an MTV VJ. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the next Carson Daly,
Nice.
interview Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Yeah.
And then reality hit.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, that's a big dream.
Yeah.
And then I started reading the book, All the President's Men.
Okay.
And it's based on two reporters, Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, and the Nixon campaign and how they kind of brought down the Nixon presidency
Oh
about the
wow.
Watergate scandal. And I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive
Interesting.
that two people can sit here and with their talents of writing
Hmm.
and telling the truth and presenting facts can change
Yeah.
the whole course of a presidency. So I fell in love with it and I
Hmm.
was like, okay, I want to do broadcast news.
Yeah.
And so I got into a program when I was in high school. It was a pro program
Hmm.
and it allowed me to go to another local TV station and I started editing. And they were very kind and they kind of just mentored me throughout high school.
Do the whole thing.
Yeah, through the whole thing. And so I moved up from editor,
That's
producer,
awesome.
reporter, and
Yeah.
an anchor.
So you've done this your whole career basically since
Yeah.
since you started working.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been doing it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Where'd you go to school?
So I graduated from Randall High School
Randall?
and I went to Amarillo College and I
Nice.
just stayed local. And that, that allowed me the opportunity to continue working at the TV
For
stations.
sure.
And you know better
Uh-huh.
than anybody, cultivating communications is all about who you know
Yeah,
too.
for
So I
sure.
never wanted to move away.
Yeah.
And I grew up here.
Yeah.
I love this community so much.
That's
And,
awesome.
I have great ties here.
Hmm.
So
That's really awesome. So since you were little, what did you want to be when you were little though? Was it always broadcasting? Or
n-
did you have different dreams?
I had different dreams. I actually wanted to be a pediatrician
Oh wow.
because I loved working with kids.
Hmm.
And funny enough, I actually have another career.
Oh wow.
So besides this, I did leave the business for a little bit,
Okay.
went back to AC.
Hmm.
And I got a degree in occupational therapy assistant.
Okay.
And so I actually stepped away from the news for a few years, and I did occupational therapy in pediatrics.
Nice. Was this recently or it's been a while?
Um, I s- I did that. I went back to school back in 2008,
Okay.
and I worked for a few years in
Hmm.
pediatrics, and then 2 years ago I jumped back into doing the news.
Nice. That's
So
pretty cool. It's interesting.
yeah.
So your passion's kids too, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love working with kids for
Yeah.
sure.
You have kids yourself?
I do. I have
Nice.
an 11-year-old son, and he's kind of the reason that I took the path of doing occupational therapy
Uh-huh.
because he was born with a genetic disorder, and he has ocular albinism with nystagmus, so he has low vision.
Oh wow.
And so that kind of he started therapy at 6 weeks, and that's
Mhm.
what kind of started my journey
I see.
of leaving the news business for
Mhm.
just a little bit and going back to school. So,
Being able to help,
uh huh,
and learn about
yeah.
that. That's cool. That's interesting. So oh, that's you.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. My watch has never done that
That
before.
scared me. I was like,
My
"What is
bad. I
that?"
know.
I was all looking at my phone. Yeah. No, but that's pretty interesting. Your kid and everything, wanting to learn about those things and stuff. So with back to the news.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, do you get recognized out in public a lot?
I do. I get recognized a
You
lot.
do?
People who will know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. I love when viewers come up and chat with me.
Yeah.
And then I also get the people that are like, I know you.
Where from? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
where are you from? Especially when I like to call it my incognito when I'm not wearing makeup.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fun. I love talking to the viewers. I love when people stop me.
Hmm.
I think it embarrasses my son a
That was
little
my next
bit.
question. I was like, how does he feel about it? Yeah.
Yeah, he gets embarrassed
I
a
see.
little bit, but he knows that, I have a job and that's just part of it. And I love just like you, like
Yeah.
we were talking earlier.
Hmm.
That's a big reason I love this job is I love people. I love
Exactly.
meeting them and hearing their stories.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story and a past.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
yeah.
That's interesting. I've always wondered because we asked Doppler the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that stop and ask for pictures at Sam's and things like that. So I've always wondered that. That's pretty cool though. And then for News Channel 10, how long have you been there?
So I've been with News Channel 10 for just a little over 2 years
Oh,
now.
okay.
hmm And it's funny, I always say I will never forget my first day on air
Uh-huh.
because I don't know if y'all remember, but it was 2 years ago when we had that horrible flooding.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
hmm
Right there on Paramount, around that area.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my first day on
Oh
the
wow.
desk. And so we always joke that the news gods welcomed me back.
Oh, nice.
So
And
I'll
you had
never.
a report on that?
Uh-huh.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was pretty wild. I remember that. All
Yeah.
the restaurants and boutiques and stuff in that area got
Yeah,
flooded.
it was terrible. I
Uh-huh.
think that, I mean, hands down the worst that I feel like
Yeah, that
has
has happened.
happened in this
It
area.
hasn't happened since, correct?
Mm-mm,
Oh, okay.
no. Luckily, our city is working
That's what
to
I
fix
hear.
that
Or
issue.
do you get into politics a lot or no?
I do.
You do?
Uh-huh. See, that's the interesting thing about
Mm-hmm.
broadcasting is people don't realize you really have to be adverse on a lot of topics
For
and
sure.
know a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I take a lot of pride in that. And I spend my mornings watching news from,
Okay.
especially streaming now.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of news from around the nation,
Yeah.
and I cultivate relationships with people locally,
Mm-hmm.
to just chit chat and figure out what's going on in our community
Yeah.
because we want to tell people about it.
Exactly. So it's kind of like your own homework, correct? That you have to look into things and things like that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
That's cool. So they are fixing the flooding, from what you know.
Yes.
The I guess the sewer systems and stuff.
hmm
I know that's always been an issue, right?
It has
Uh,
been.
Here, I see. I don't get into all that, but I'm nosy, so I look in like the comments and stuff when things go on,
Oh, sure.
and everybody just trashes the city. It's
Yes.
wild.
Yes. And I don't think, unfortunately, I understand people's frustrations, but I don't think people understand what all goes into
Uh
it
huh.
because it's not just an easy
Yeah,
fix.
it's not just like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Amarillo, we have, especially in our older neighborhoods,
Uh huh.
there's infrastructure that's needs to be replaced, and that comes at a cost. And they have to
Hmm.
figure out where to bring those costs, and then
Yeah.
they have to figure out future plans of okay, these playa lakes can't hold this water.
Yeah.
Where is the runoff going to go? What can we do to? So there's a lot of engineering that
Yeah.
I just don't know about, of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it takes time and it takes money.
Hmm.
And luckily we have I feel a good city council and,
Yeah.
good people in place to figure that out for us.
Yeah, and of course with all that it comes taxes, right?
Mm.
Then everybody complains about the taxes. Like it's like you can never win. It's crazy
Right.
to me.
Yes.
It's wild. What's your favorite thing about Amarillo?
Um, so I would say the people.
The people?
And I think I had a better appreciation for that.
Uh-huh.
I did move away and live in Maine for a little
Oh
bit.
wow,
And
that's a
I
big
got a,
difference, correct? Yeah.
yes, I went for the culture shock and I got the culture
Yeah.
shock. But I moved back with just a better
Hmm.
appreciation for the people here. We have some of the nicest,
We do.
kindest people from
Yeah.
even just holding doors open.
Hmm.
People that's a luxury that people just don't do for
Yeah, a
others.
lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Yes, and that's why I love working in the news too. I love people. I
Hmm.
love telling their stories. I love being somebody that our viewers trust to tell them the truth. And um, yeah, that's why I love people coming up and chit chatting with
Yeah,
me all the time. I
that's
love
good.
people.
Yeah, I noticed that because I went to Colorado Springs this past weekend,
hmm
and just bigger cities, it's just different. They're
It
not as
is.
personal with you. You know,
Mhm.
here everybody holds the door open, says thank you. People over there that just walk through and don't even say nothing. It's
Right?
crazy.
It
Yeah.
is, and you can just walk down the street here
Hmm.
or even just be hanging out,
Yeah.
and people will come over and talk to you
Yeah.
and just say, "Hey," and that's such a luxury that doesn't happen in a lot of
That's
places.
true. Yeah. And then, what would you say is the hardest part about being an anchor?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Um, I think it's for me, my hardest days have been when the hard news days happen.
Hmm.
For example, when the wildfires are
Yeah.
happening. And it's not just about anchoring because I'll do special stories
Hmm.
too, but it's sitting there having to tell the tragic
Yeah.
stories of from the people that you love and the communities that you love, and you're watching these people lose their whole livelihood
Hmm.
and their homes.
Especially in your community, or around
Yeah,
us, the Panhandle.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the hard
The
stuff,
hardest. Yeah.
or when we're having to sit there and we're on scene
Hmm.
somewhere of a tragic, for example, I have a vivid memory of a tragic drowning,
Oh wow.
and the parents are standing right next to you.
Oh man, that's
And,
crazy.
having to listen to the sadness and the
Yeah.
screams. I mean, those are things that stay with you. And that's the hard thing
Yeah.
about the job for
The
me.
job. Yeah. So
Hmm.
basically, the bad stories you have to
Mm.
report on. What about like preparing? Like, were you shy at first, or is it hard? Because from what I know, you read a script, right? And
Yes.
it goes really fast.
It does. So we read off of a
A
teleprompter.
teleprompter. Yeah.
Yeah, and before the newscast, so myself and my
Uh
co-anchor
huh.
Greg will sit and we go through the newscast and
Okay.
kind of fix the scripts how we would like to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we do. We read off of the teleprompter, and
And it
some.
goes fast, right? I was on YouTube a while ago, and I was trying to do
Uh-huh.
it. I was like, "There's no way."
Well, luckily we have somebody in production that runs it for us,
Oh,
but
okay.
sometimes that's not always a guarantee and sometimes it disappears on you.
Uh huh.
And so then we have an iPad in front of us, but then
Yeah.
it's hard to go from looking up at a teleprompter
To look
to
down.
then looking down and
Uh,
trying to figure out where you are in your spot. So we mess up,
yeah.
but
Have
that
you?
just makes us human.
That's true. Have you ever messed up like really bad that you can remember?
um
Like on live TV?
oh yeah.
You have.
I'm sure.
What do you do? Just
I just roll with it. Oh, because here you go. Here's another interesting fact. I'm actually dyslexic.
Oh wow.
And so, this career field,
Hmm.
there's certain things that I have to do when I'm reading through the scripts. So
Yeah.
my brain will see that.
Oh
And
wow.
sometimes I'll mess up a word here and
Hmm.
there, but I just kind of skip and go with it and
Keep,
just
keep going.
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Do you, are you not? You're not shy. I'm guessing. Like, it
Uh,
doesn't make you like scared that people are watching you
well,
live.
when I first started,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was really surprised that I grew up with that
Uh
I
huh.
chose this career because I was a very shy girl.
Oh wow.
I used to walk down the hallways with my head held down
Really?
because I was that shy.
Oh man.
But this job forces you out of that
Yeah. You
because
can't.
you have to be personable and
Mm-hmm.
outgoing.
Yeah.
But when you're in a studio, I guess it's kind of it's like in here.
Yeah.
You're recording it, and people are going to watch it,
Yeah.
but you don't really feel that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess being in the studio, I don't really feel that pressure that tons of people are watching.
Yeah.
It's just a camera that I'm reading, and I'm
Yeah.
hanging out with my
That's
friends.
true. Yeah. And then you
So
probably get used to it and all that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when I have to MC events and go talk in front of a huge group of people,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I get really
Is
nervous.
it? You've done a lot of that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's the biggest audience you've spoken in front of?
Mm, I think it was probably, I used to do a lot of things with Region 16,
Okay.
and I used to host, their Superintendent of the
Mm-hmm.
Year awards and Teacher of the Year awards, and I've done that.
Yeah.
And do you want me to share with you my most embarrassing experience
Yes.
ever?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. So I won an award.
Okay.
It was from the Texas Teachers Association, and I was in Houston, and I
Mm-hmm.
was in front of probably 300 people or more. And I decided now was the time to wear the cutest high heels of my life
Oh wow.
with a dress.
Uh-huh.
And I went on stage to accept my Tiffany Crystal Apple.
Wow. And you tripped.
I fell off the
Oh
stage.
wow.
I
No
didn't
way.
even just trip, I fell completely off
No
the
way.
stage. I broke my award.
That's.
Hmm.
Were you okay?
I was okay.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
would that was probably embarrassing.
my
Yeah,
pride was hurt.
yeah,
My pride was hurt.
yeah.
Yeah. And I stood up and I was like, man, did anybody get it on YouTube? But it
but
was.
but I feel like you have that. I've never met you, but your personality seems like you could just go with the punches, roll with the punches, be like, I'm okay, Yeah,
Thanks. I mean,
but
you kind of
you
have
have
to,
to, yeah.
right? I
I
mean,
I would have walked off or something.
uh,
I don't know if I could have stayed there after that, but I feel like you could have gotten away with that
I
pretty
mean,
good.
I hid my tears pretty well,
Yeah, yeah.
but I
What
did
about
cry.
your what about like the most is there a story you're most proud of reporting? Can you remember of one?
Yeah.
I
That's a
hate to
good.
put you on the
I
spot,
know
but
you did. You did put me on the spot. That's a really good question because
like a favorite one.
I have a lot of memorable ones for
Uh-huh.
sure. One of them can I share two with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I have one actually when I first started as a reporter. So I
Hmm.
was a young 20 something and I reported on a little girl who had cancer and she was needing a bone marrow
Wow.
donated to her. And I did a story.
Hmm.
And because of that story, we were able to get that for her.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so I really loved that because I mean, that just shows,
Yeah.
communication and putting a story out there. She was able to get what she needed. And then recently, my favorite is I do a series every Monday
Uh-huh.
during our 6 o'clock newscast. It's called Community Spotlight.
Okay.
And I sit with a mayor or a city manager and I kind of just talk about all the wonderful things happening in that community, in
Hmm.
that city. Because a lot of people forget it. We're not just about Amarillo, we're the entire Texas Panhandle,
Panhandle, yeah.
part of Oklahoma, and part of New
Hmm.
Mexico. And I love to feature all the wonderful things happening in that community.
Yeah.
Especially right now, I feel like with the way the economy is, maybe people are looking more for um, staycations.
Hmm.
And so I also kind of look at quality of life activities in these communities as well.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
kind
cool.
of my favorite thing I
Yeah.
do right
When
now.
did how long have you been doing that? Like community spotlight?
I started it actually back in February, so not
Oh,
that
not too
long.
long.
Yeah, maybe what is that about 6, 7 months?
Yeah. And do you come up with the idea or someone just presented to you, hey, you'd be good at doing this. You should try it.
Yeah, actually, my boss, he
Yeah.
knows how much I love community. I talk
Okay.
about community a lot, and he's like, "Hey, I think that you should do something like this. It would be really good." And then just handed it over to me, and
Yeah.
I took it and I ran with it. And so
Hmm.
it's kind of my own little project of what I want to do. And let me tell you, I have found out some interesting things
Have you?
that are in our communities that you just don't know about.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty interesting. And that happens once a week, you said?
once a week
At
during
6?
our 6 o'clock
6 o'clock.
newscasts. And you can also self plug.
Uh-huh.
You can also find it on our website at newschannel10.com and you click on community and it will bring up all the stories I've done.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ruben on the Road, right? We were talking about that.
Yes,
But he goes to communities.
yeah, and that's so and it's fun that you bring
Uh-huh.
that up. Ruben on the road, he finds some of the most interesting places. And so he and I kind of bounce ideas off of each other too
Hmm.
because I'll be doing these interviews and I'll be like, "Whoa, that's in Borger, for example." I'm doing one on Monday in Borger. They have this, it's called Bulldog Lane.
Uh-huh.
And as you're traveling, they have these really cool trails they've built there
Oh, really?
and there's tons of trees,
Hmm.
there's streams, you can mountain bike, and I'm like, "Whoa,
You don't even know.
that's here in the Texas Panhandle?
Yeah.
What?"
Yeah.
And so he and I will bounce stuff off of
Yeah.
each other too.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
He's a cool dude.
He
He
is.
came in here a while back and he was shy. Is he shy up there too?
Ruben was
Yeah,
shy?
yeah. He's like,
Oh my
at
goodness.
first before we started, he's like, I'm kind of nervous, guys. I'm kind of nervous. He didn't want to jump right into it, but he did great. He
Yeah.
did great. He did really good.
Yeah.
My next question was gonna be like personally and stuff. Like, what do you do for fun
Yeah.
on your free time? Do you have a lot of free time?
Um, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I really don't. I
No.
feel like the news business is 24/7.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in my free time, I love to spend time with my son.
Mm-hmm.
I love to come up with anything and everything that we can do, but I am addicted to the lake. I
Oh, the
love going to
lake.
the
Yeah.
lake.
Yeah.
Yes. I kneeboard and wakeboard. And so I love to go there any chance I get. I'm a big outdoorsy
Yeah.
girl. I love to kayak and canoe and ride bikes. I love hiking.
It's outdoors. That's
Yes,
your
I'm
thing.
so
Yeah.
outdoors.
What lake do you like going to?
Well, I feel like we don't really have many here. So
Yeah.
I make the trip and I grew up on Possum Kingdom Lake.
Oh wow, I heard that one's a good one.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I've
it's a
never
good
been, but everybody says you need to go there.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one. And actually, a lot of people from Amarillo go there.
Hmm.
And there's an area of the lake that quite literally, one of the big coves
Yeah.
is to where um, lots of Amarillo and Canyon folks have homes down
Oh,
there.
really?
So,
Like, that's cool.
yeah.
I need to go out there because I hear people say that it's probably one of the best lakes in Texas. I'm guessing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
hands
we always
down.
go to U or Lake Meredith, things like. Have
hmm
you been this summer?
I have for a little bit.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten to go as much as I would like
yeah.
because, you know, work.
Work. Yeah. Do you have how's your schedule? It's pretty crazy because you say what 6, and 10.
Mhm. So
How does that work?
I always joke around that I'm a vampire,
Uh huh.
and I always joke around that my neighbors are going to start wondering what I do for a
What you do?
living.
Yeah.
But I work in the afternoon and evening, so I work from 2 until 11 o'clock at night,
Oh wow.
and then crazy enough, I hope no stalkers find this out. But then, but then I go and work out
Yeah.
because I mean, to me, that's like typical people's like dinner break.
Yeah.
Like the 6 to 7 o'clock
Uh
hour.
huh.
Well, midnight is my
Yeah.
dinner time.
So you like
So,
to work out after, not before?
oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I like my sleep. So
Yeah.
so
So you get to sleep in
a little bit
a little bit.
sometimes.
Oh, you have your son too.
Yeah,
So yeah.
until
No,
school starts.
that's cool. Are you big into working out and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Fitness, things like that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I started a fitness journey during
Okay.
COVID,
Really?
and I've actually lost like 140
No
pounds.
way.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
so
Congratulations.
thank you. And so I got really big into working out, and I mean that's what I did during quarantine.
Yeah. Just work out.
I just worked out and I figured out my nutrition and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's cool.
I like to work out.
Some people got bigger and you lost weight.
Yeah.
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 What made you get that, go into that, or change that?
Oh, this is going to sound so morbid, but it was during
Uh
COVID,
huh.
and when it was first hitting, and I noticed a lot of the people that unfortunately were passing away
Uh
were
huh.
overweight. And I
Oh yeah.
said, I don't want that to be me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I was working in healthcare at the
Hmm.
time, and I was doing telehealth. So I was like, why not now?
Yeah.
Now's the chance that I
Yeah.
can do this because I don't have anything else really going on.
And you have
So,
to be at home, and
hmm
yeah, that's. I mean, it's good.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big difference. I didn't even know.
Thank you. Thank you. I
But
know it's funny when I share my before pictures with people. They're always like, "No way,
really, yeah,
no way." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what school did to me."
yeah. What was the hardest part? Like for someone that wants to make that change, what was the hardest part for you?
Sticking to a routine. I always
Routine.
tell people when they're looking into starting a fitness
Hmm.
journey and losing weight and the nutrition, it's really hard at first because you're learning something new, but it
Yeah.
takes about 6 weeks
Hmm.
for your body to adjust and learn that new routine. And so I always say, give it 6 weeks and
6 weeks.
then
What
you'll
about
be.
the food? Did you try to eat pretty healthy or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I actually worked with a nutritionist because it does
Nice.
get very overwhelming,
Hmm.
right? Like
Yeah.
counting your
Yeah.
calories, the protein, stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
really spent a lot of time with a nutritionist, educating myself on
Yeah.
those things.
Do you feel way different now? Like mentally, physically?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
feel lighter. I have more
More energy.
energy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
And working out has actually become, you know, I think anybody that works out will sit here and tell you, I don't just do it for the looking good
Hmm.
part. It actually really became about my mental health.
Yes.
And it's especially working in the news business, people don't realize like how much we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Um, we don't have to deal as far as much like the gruesome part, I would say, as
Hmm.
first responders, but there's a lot of things in there that we do deal with that
Yeah.
can be traumatizing for us.
Yeah.
And so, working out is
It
really
definitely.
good for my
Yeah. I
mental health.
recommend it to everybody because we have a pretty big sales team, and I always tell them get a routine going,
Yeah.
wake up early, go work out, and then you'll feel better throughout the day. And I
Yeah.
can tell because I go in the mornings. I wake up at
Hmm.
5:30, go to the gym. Whenever I don't do that, I can feel the difference. It's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
It's so good for you. It just peps you up
it
and
does. Yeah,
it's good for your mental health and your overall
you feel
energy.
better. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I like it.
And
Yeah.
then you don't feel like eating that cookie after you do all that hard
Oh,
work.
I still do. That's why it's
Oh,
hard for me to lose weight because I
maybe
love to eat. I love to eat. Yeah.
maybe that's your excuse for working out. You're like, well, I just did 2 miles on the treadmill. I
Yeah.
can eat that
I
cookie
can eat
then.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Just maintain. Yeah. Do you have any favorite restaurants here in town?
I do. So, of course, protein count.
Uh
Love
huh.
me a good steak. So I go to
Steak.
X.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, and I love the Barfield. I think the Barfield is so fun and vibey.
I've
Don't
never been
you?
there. I haven't. I've been to the
What?
Speakeasy, but I know they have a patio, right?
Oh yes, I haven't been to the new little patio
Oh, okay.
area
So you've been
yet.
to the Speakeasy.
Oh
That's what you're talking
yeah,
about. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I like
legit.
it.
It's
It
it's
is
relaxing. Yeah.
right. It's
Have you had the steak at a shout out to what's it called? Forgot downtown by what's that restaurant? No, it's by that Chesney's.
oh, I'm trying to think.
Goonies. Is it Goonies? It is Goonies. They have the best steak.
What?
Yes, you should try it
Oh
sometime.
my goodness. Okay, I will. I
They
love
have
that.
weird hours, but whenever they're open, it's always packed when I'm there,
Okay.
and the steaks are amazing. Yeah,
Okay. You hooked me. I'm gonna go.
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should
go
try it,
check it
bro.
out.
They put it like on some veggies, noodles, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Cool.
I love it. What other spots do you like here?
Mm. I'm trying to think. I sound so boring because really,
Do you eat out a lot or no?
oh yeah.
You do.
Ugh,
Yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, that's another thing about my schedule.
yeah.
My
You
poor
have
k
to.
my poor kid,
Hmm.
if anybody cooks him a home-cooked meal, he's probably like, "Man, this is the lottery," because I don't get a chance to really cook,
Yeah.
because of my schedule.
Hmm.
My dinner break is so short, but I still make sure that I don't know, I pick up like it bless them. X is like my go-to place. My son
X.
is
Yeah.
probably like, "Okay, mom, can we try something else?" But they have a lot. I mean, I eat a lot
A
of
lot.
takeout. Dang it.
Do you order to the station or at home?
No, I pick it up on my
Oh,
way
you pick it
home.
up. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
What about I was gonna ask you, what about growing up? Did you have any role models that you looked up to?
Yes. So, growing up, I mean, I kind of always felt like the journalism part of me was
Hmm.
always kind of there because as a small child, I even watched the news.
You did.
And
Okay.
how many kids really watch the news,
Yeah, I was
right?
like, I don't remember watching it as when I was little, but yeah.
Right. So, Diane Sawyer was always my big hero.
Hmm.
I loved watching how she interviewed, and I loved her interaction with the audience.
Hmm.
And I'll never forget, I watched a special with her, and I mean, I was a teenager, and she was like, "Never stop asking the question why."
Yeah.
And that's always stuck with me. And Diane Sawyer is my hero. I
Where is
love
she
her.
on? What was she on?
She was on ABC.
ABC. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of news.
Yeah.
My news nowadays is podcasts.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this it's going to that?
Oh, yeah.
Or like you being in the news industry, is that like a concern that's there or no?
I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
always been a concern. I think it really, a lot of the news stations took a huge sit up, if you will, especially when Facebook first came out.
Yeah.
And ever since then, as things have grown, like with podcasts and
Hmm.
streaming, um, news across the nation has had to kind of revamp how we present it to people because we literally are sitting there competing with people. And I'll never forget, it was when I was a reporter years ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was when iPhones first came out, and I was standing there filming, unfortunately, a deadly accident on Interstate 40. And all these teenagers came up to me and they had their iPhone up
Yeah.
and they were getting pictures instantly. And I was like, whoa, my job just changed
Yeah.
because they can do that and get it out faster than
The
news could
story. Yeah.
at the time. And so it's been interesting to sit back and watch the evolution of that happening. And
Hmm.
we are building up podcasts like the Community
Hmm.
Spotlight. They put it on Spotify. I don't know all the logistics of how all that happens, but
Okay.
I know that they put things out there. And a lot of hosts for CNN and Fox News, they also have podcasts that they
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
You look at Megyn Kelly, who stepped away from an actual news organization, and she started her own podcast to be
Yeah.
able to have more freedom in how she presents
Mm-hmm.
news. Tucker
Tarko,
Carlson.
I watched that one.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interesting dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he's wild, but
But,
it's a good podcast.
it also opens up the doors for less reach over from
Mm.
big bosses.
Exactly. You're not as confined to what you can say and can't say.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Is that a feeling that you? I mean, not you, but like that's out there.
Hmm.
Like you, is everything improvised or everything scripted, or some things are improvised?
Some of it's
Is it?
improvised, but a lot of things are scripted.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I really appreciate about Channel 10 is
Mm-hmm.
they really are very much sit in the middle when it comes to viewpoints. And if we all kind of, as a whole newsroom,
Mm-hmm.
stick and we keep each other accountable if something starts swaying more than
Yeah.
the other. We really do just want to present the
The
facts. We
facts.
don't want to put emotions or feelings behind that because that's up to the viewer to figure that out for
Exactly.
themselves. But we just want to present the facts, and this
Yeah.
is what's happening.
Yeah.
And so, on the stuff that we do improvise, it's more things that are um, lighthearted. So that way, for us as journalists too,
Mm-hmm.
I pride myself, and I know a lot of journalists do, is that we do sit in the middle. We don't let our viewpoints cloud how we present ourselves
Exactly.
and the information that we put out there, because that's not our
Yeah.
job. That our job is just to present it.
Yeah. That's very important. That's very
Hmm.
important for the viewers and so they don't get a certain feeling out of you. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always wondered this. I don't know if you can answer this or not, but why don't news stations use drones, or do they to
They
like go live? Can you?
Yes,
They
they
do.
do. We actually have a
Oh,
drone, and
really?
we have a couple of pilots. Yep, we do.
Mm,
We have Wyatt. He's one of our
okay.
engineers, and he is brilliant. And he does a lot of stuff with the drones. And like when there's flooding or
Mm-hmm.
damage, we will put our drone up
Really?
there.
Okay.
We haven't stepped as far out as using it for live shots
Yeah.
yet.
Just to get clips, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just video for us
Uh-huh.
to use. But yeah,
I've always wondered. I don't think I've seen them, but that's interesting. That because I love
yeah,
using drones. I was like, can they?
yeah.
Can you go live on a drone? I
I
don't even
know.
know.
I was actually thinking that too
Yeah.
as you were presenting that. I'm like, I wonder if that is a capability. I mean, if so, our engineers are
Yeah.
brilliant, and the things that they come up with,
Yeah.
I'm always in awe of.
I think you can. I think you can.
Hmm.
Um, what does the future look like for you? Do you plan on staying here forever, or do you have any like a bigger vision to like maybe go to New York or work for a bigger media company
Yeah.
or news company?
Yeah. So, little girl Lindsay wanted to go and host Good Morning America.
There you
I was going to take Diane Sawyer's
go.
spot. But in all honesty, now that I have a son, and I would love to stay in the Amarillo community as
Hmm.
long as the community will have me and my company will have me. That's what I always say. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it's up to. I do. I just love this area so much. And it's, with my son having special needs too, he has a lot of things that are in place that I've worked really hard with.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so I want to keep him here with that. But yeah, I mean, I love this area,
Yeah.
and I want to do this area do justice, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, unfortunately, journalism and news is kind of a fading media, if
Hmm.
you will. And I want to stay here and fight the good fight. And I want to fight the good fight for viewers and,
Your
you know,
community.
the community, and hold people accountable when things are happening.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that you have kid, I mean a kid and stuff, whenever you're younger, you have bigger dreams, right? Now you just
Right.
want to be comfortable where
Yes.
people are nice, food's good. It's just a small city. You don't have to worry about the traffic and all the craziness that goes on.
Right.
Although Amarillo, how do you feel? Do you feel like has crime gone up here in Amarillo?
Hmm. I don't feel like crime has really gone up.
Uh huh.
I kind of feel like it's always been there.
Yeah.
But now we have a better way of finding out because everybody has phones.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can take video.
Yeah.
We have groups on Facebook that can let us know what's going on. And I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we didn't have that back in the day.
Hmm.
Um, but, it's funny. Greg and I were actually just talking about this yesterday. It may not be that the crime is going up. I think morality has gone down.
That makes sense.
And maybe that is a tick in people going out and acting up,
Yeah.
but because of media we can see more
You can
of
see more. Yeah.
it.
But yeah, all those Facebook groups. I don't know if you heard about the Amerla mugshots.
Oh yeah,
They have everything. Like
they do.
while it's happening,
Yeah,
it's wild.
it's really funny too because we'll be out on scene and I don't know who runs those pages, but
I
shout out, we
actually
love you.
I reached out to them to have them on
Oh
the podcast, but they're
really?
scared. They don't,
Oh
I guess they don't
yes,
want people to know.
I can understand that
Really.
because they probably, I mean, they're posting people's, they
Mm,
get messages about people's mugshots
yeah.
too and stuff. So I could understand why they would be scared.
Yeah.
But it's funny, they love us and we appreciate whoever it is. We
Yeah.
love them and they'll take pictures of our photographers when they're on scene and stuff. And it's like, oh, Channel 10's here. We're
Dang.
like,
They
thanks.
have like nicknames for. I think it's three of them,
Okay.
and they each have a nickname. He even
Okay.
sent me a message. He's like, "If you see this, it's this person, but it's nicknames."
Oh,
So I
that's
was like, "You
smart.
need to come on the podcast, and we'll put like a ski mask on."
Oh,
For reals, I did.
right. Put a blurb over
On the
their
face.
face,
Yeah, but
blur it
I didn't.
out.
Yeah, but now that I think about it, yeah, they're probably scared. They probably
Yeah.
get threats and all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, and I know they get threats because they'll blast the people too when
Yes.
they get those and they'll put them on there. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
but it seems like they have anytime anything happens, that's where you go. It's wild to me
yeah,
because it's Facebook and uh, on a big story. I mean, I guess you have to edit it and then
mm,
present it at those hours, correct?
right.
Or is
And
there like a? Do y'all do it on Facebook too, or anything like that?
we do, and it goes back to that's kind of the thing that we are racing against, I guess, if you will. But for us as
Uh
journalists,
huh.
we have ethics
Yeah.
that go into how we present things and
Yes.
the things that we do put out there. We don't go around blasting people's personal information.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're asking how is this impacting the viewer and
Yeah.
who, what, where, and why? We're not doing it for gossip. We're doing it for the fact of making sure that we're getting information out there that you need to know to protect yourself. And so, we're also very careful about video that we edit and photos that we put out there too.
Yeah.
We're respectful because no matter what, any story that we do affects people.
Yeah.
And it's somebody's daughter, somebody's husband, somebody's brother. And so
Hmm.
we think about those people
Yeah.
whenever we're doing our stories and we're very respectful of that. And
Yeah.
that's another thing that I love about working at News Channel 10 is uh, moral. The company has a lot of morals and respect and we don't just blast out things for clickbait.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just the Facebook group, so they can post whatever.
Yeah,
Y'all can't do that. Y'all are
which is
limited. Yeah.
yeah, we are. We're limited and good, good for them for what they're doing and they have a price for,
Hmm.
like their own safety for
Yeah.
doing what they're doing, but they're also doing that to keep people informed and we appreciate that on their end
I would.
too.
I would love to have them on. That'd be cool.
Yes, it would be
Uh,
cool.
If y'all are listening, Randall County Mugshots, y'all are next. No, but this is what they sent me. It's like admin one, admin two, and then it says click on it to learn more about that admin, and they have their own
Oh,
little story
that's so
note.
interesting.
Child, yeah, I would. We need to go over these one day.
Th-
Uh,
That's
pet
so
peeves, all that stuff.
oh, that's so
Yeah, that is crazy,
yeah.
crazy.
But I understand why why they want to.
But they do have a big following, and
Oh yeah,
it's wild in there.
it
So you keep
is.
up with all that. You
Oh
look at all
yeah,
the.
we all do in the news station.
Yeah,
We all or we'll be like, "Whoa, did you see what this is?" And
yeah.
everybody in the anybody in our that's in news, they get into it too because let's be honest, we're all nosy
Where are?
rosies
Yeah,
too. And
yeah,
and we kind of like knowing the gossip and we like to talk about it behind scenes,
yeah.
but how it comes out on air is different.
It's
But we
different.
do, and
Yeah.
we all debate and we get into arguments sometimes over things. healthy arguments and
Yeah.
debates, but that's because we want to do it behind the scenes, so
Yeah.
the best version and the best product goes out on air. So
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, Lindsay, thank you for coming on. It was awesome talking to
oh,
you, getting to know
thank
you a
you.
little bit more of what you do and the things you
Thanks.
like to do. And I do have one more question though.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if you have any advice from to somebody that wants to do this, be an anchor, get into media and stuff, what advice would you give them?
Mm. Chase it like a passion, and go to school. Um, really have an appreciation for where journalism came from, where it's going.
Hmm.
Study it. Study any kind of writing that you can find from, any kind of magazine or publication. And now with streaming services,
Streaming, yeah.
I get on Prime and you
Hmm.
can sit there and you can watch newscasts from Austin, Denver, Seattle.
Yeah.
Get outside of just CNN, Fox.
Yeah.
See what other stations are doing and watch them. Watch how they're presenting and walking the walk, and study it. Yeah,
Study it.
that's my biggest thing.
Awesome.
And
Well,
don't be shy. Go out there and be aggressive about it.
yeah, if you're shy, it'll help you become more open, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for watching another episode. Remember, you can catch the episodes on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. And we'll see y'all next time.